Welcome class, myself Professor D. S. Rai, Professor Department of Civil Engineering, BBD, ITM, Lucknow. Today we will discuss a course Material Testing and Construction Practices. Its code is KCE 401. Today we will discuss lecture 20, damp proofing course. The references that I have taken is Indian Standard, National Building Code, UPPW detail specification, and some internet materials have been taken. The contents are DPC, function, causes of dampness, effect of dampness in building, material used for damp proof course, ideal characteristic of damp proofing materials, general principle while laying damp proof course, damp proofing accompanies several ways including purpose of damp proof course, desirable properties of materials, a rigid material for DPC, brick and stone and slates, factors to be considered during the selection of material for the DPC, factor to be considered during the construction of a DPC, method of damp proof course. So, we will discuss one by one. First of all, DPC. A damp proof course is a barrier usually formed by a membrane built into the wall of a building to prevent damp rising through the walls. In order to prevent the entry of damp or the moisture in the building, the damp proof course is provided at various level of the entry of damp into the building. At present, generally all buildings are given the treatment of damp proofing. Thus, the provision of damp proof course prevents the entry of moisture from wall, floor and basement of the building. Damp proofing or damp proof is a construction, is a type of moisture control applied to the building walls and floor to prevent among the most frequent problem encountered in the residence. Damp proofing is defined by the American Society for Testing and Materials ASTM as a material that resists the passage of water with no hydrostatic pressure. Waterproofing is defined by the ASTM as the treatment that resists the passage of water under pressure. Generally, damp proofing keeps moisture out of the building, where the vapor barriers keep interior moisture from getting into the walls. Moisture resistance is not necessarily absolute. It is usually defined by the specific test method, limits and engineering tolerance. Damp proof course can be defined as the layer of material that is used to prevent the penetration or the passage of the moisture inside the structure through the floor, walls and the roof. The diagram or the picture shown on the screen is a person is constructing a DPC, which is quite easily visible. Here, this is the damp proof course, and this person or the labor is doing or making the damp proofing. Function of the damp proof course. It is the function of damp proof course to protect building from the moisture from the ground, unlike vertical cellars waterproofing It does not keep the moisture from penetrating laterally, but from the rising from the soil. Installed horizontally, it is the important element in the construction of the building, since up protected moisture will absorb moisture and distribute it vertically through the capillaries. In the process, metals and salt from the soil that may damage the building structures will conveyed into the interior of the walls. Older buildings have often no damp proof course, and else it is leaky. In such cases, it makes sense to install a barrier retroactively. Causes of dampness. Dampness in the building is due to one or more of the following reasons: the faulty and inappropriate design of structures, unskilled labor that leads to poor workmanship, which further result in a faulty construction, poor material used for the construction of the building. All the above causes results in rising of moisture from the ground. Rainwater travel from wall top if proper waterproofing is not done. Condensation, poor drainage, imperfect orientation, imperfect slope, etc. Effect of dampness in the building. The building suffering from dampness causes unhealthy and difficult living and working condition for the residents. It may result softening and crumbling of the plaster. Inflorescence is the main cause due to dampness, which results in the disintegration of tiles, bricks, stones, etc., and reduce the strength of the building. It may cause bleaching, flaking of the point, which result in the formation of colored patches on the wall, surface, and ceiling. Metals used in the construction of the building may get corroded. If wooden or timber items in the building, such as furniture or cupboards, gets in contact with the dampness section, it may get deteriorated. Dampness also promote the growth of termites. Electrical fittings are also damaged. So, damp proof course are this hot bitumen, mastic asphalt, bituminous or asphaltic felt, metal sheets, combination of sheets and felt, stone, bricks, mortar, cement concrete, and plastic sheets. Ideal characteristic of damp proofing material: they should be perfectly impervious. This is the first thing. Material used for damp proofing course should be durable. They should be sufficiently strong, capable of resisting superimposed load coming on it. It should be flexible so that it can accommodate the structural moment without any fracture. It should ready in its position when once applied. The material should not be costly and easily available. General principle while laying damp proof course: damp proofing course should be so laid that it should provide continuous projection. It should be horizontal or the vertical. Horizontal damp proof course should cover the full thickness of the wall, excluding rendering. The damp proof course should not kept exposed on the wall surface, otherwise it may get damaged during the finishing of the work. When horizontal damp proof course is continued to a vertical face, a cement concrete fillet of about 75 radius should be provided at the junction and the corner of the wall. Horizontal damp proof course should be laid continuous. If the mortar bed is supporting, the damp proof course should be even and level and should be free from projection, so that the damp proofing course is not damaged. Damp proofing is accomplished a several way, including a damp proof course, that a DPC is a barrier through the structure designated to prevent the moisture rising by the capillary action, such as through a phenomena known as a rising damp. Rising damp is the effect of water rising from the ground in its property. The damp of course may be horizontal or vertical. DPC layer is usually lead all masonry walls, regardless its wall is a load bearing wall or a partition wall. A damp proofing membrane is a membrane material applied to prevent the moisture transmission. Integral damp proofing in concrete involves adding material to the concrete mix to make the concrete itself impermeable. So, now damp proofing accomplished several ways, including surface supercent coating with the thin waterproofing material such as epoxy resin for the resistance to non-pressurized moisture such as rainwater, or a coating of cement sprayed on such a short crate which can resist water under the pressure. Cavity wall construction such as rain screen construction is where the interior walls are separated from the exterior wall by a cavity. Pressure grouting cracks and joints in masonry materials. To prevent effect of the damp proofing course, to prevent the movement of moisture in the structure, to prevent the breeding of mosquito, growth of termites and other unhealthy conditions that may arise due to dampness, to prevent the development of unpleasant passage on the wall of the building, to protect the painted surface from the dampness. Top, to prevent the decoration of timber fittings such as door and window by warping due to contact with the dampness for a subsequent period. To protect the floor from detrimental effect of moisture movement such as reduction of adhesion or loosening of flooring, etc. To prevent the pipes and fitting from corrosion by ingress of moisture. The property of material for the damp proof course. The material used for damp proof course must be impervious. It must prevent the passage of moisture through it. The material should be strong as well as durable. It must be strong enough to resist both imposed live load or dead load without failure. It must be dimensionally stable. It must be free from harmful delinquent salt such as chloride, nitrate, sulfates, etc. Material used for damp proof course. Various materials are available for the construction of damp proof course. These materials are generally selected based on the type of structural element of the building and the type of damp proofing required. The most common type of material that are used for damp proof course can be listed as: first is flexible material for DPC. These are materials that do not deform their shape and do not crack when the subject to loading. Some of the flexible materials that are used for the damp proof course can be listed like A mastic asphalt or bitumen asphalt. The mastic asphalt mainly consists of bitumen that mix with the fine sand in a hot state to form an impervious mass. When the mixture is hot, the consistency is such that it allows the mixture to spread evenly to a depth of 2.5 centimeter to 5 centimeter. Upon cooling, the mixture sets. However, a special care must be taken while laying the mastic as a damp proof course. The hot lead bitumen is mostly used on a bedding of cement concrete or the mortar. Bitumen felt or bitumen sheets. The bitumen felt consists of 6 mm thick sheet of bitumen prepared in a roll and having width equal to that of the brick wall. The metal sheet are used throughout the thickness of the wall to prevent dampness. Mostly metal sheet of aluminum, lead and copper are used for this purpose. These sheets are coated with asphalt such that the thickness of the sheet is equal to or greater than 3 millimeter. The metal sheet of the lead must laid over the lime mortar instead of cement. The metal sheets are highly effective in preventing the dampness, but are relatively expensive. Mastic material for DPC. The rigid materials are not capable of withstanding the transverse stress and the cracks when subject to extreme loading. Some of the rigid materials are rich concrete. Rich concrete is most commonly used material in the DPC. Usually rich concrete in portion of 1 to 4, that is painted with 2 relative coat of hot bitumen is used for the horizontal damp proof course. It is suitable for the portion of the building or a structure that are not subject to excessive damping. It prevents ingress of moisture by capillary action. Mortar. Mortar is extensively used for vertical damp proof course. Usually 2 centimeter rich cement layer and side mortar 1:3 is applied in the inner surface of the external wall. After laying the mortar, the surface is painted with the hot bitumen in 2 coats. Bricks are used when effective damp proofing is required on a comparative low budget. Mostly dense brick and the overburnt bricks are used for this purpose. The brick laid in the rich mortar and sand mortar in the ratio of 1:3. It is used for DPC in the cheap type of construction. A stone or slate. 2 layers of stones are laid in lime, cement and sand mortar, 1 lime, 1 cement and 6 sand, which act as a DPC. In some cases, the slate and the stone slab can be laid in the cement and mortar. It is mostly used where the quality stones are found easily at a cheaper rate. For DPC, above the ground level, it is desirable to use cement concrete of ratio 1:2:4 means M15. In case of damp and humid atmosphere, a richer mixed concrete must be used. A various water resistant material like Budlow, Impermo, Waterlock may be added to concrete to mix to make it denser. For DPC of floor and roof, flexible materials such as mastic asphalt, bitumen, felt, plastic sheet must be used. it must be ensured that such material bond well with the surface. For DPC cavity walls, flexible materials such as a bitumen strip, lead strip, etc. is desirable. Factor to be considered during the construction of DPC. Some of the factors must be considered during the construction of the DPC. Before dam proof course is laid, mortar upon which it is to be laid must be made level, even and free from any sorts of projection, and this is done to ensure that no damage is done to the dam proof course due to unevenness of the base. In case of a horizontal dam proof course, it must be continued up to the vertical face. A cement concrete fillet which is about 75 mm in radius must be provided at the junction before the treatment. Each of the dam proof course must be placed in correct relation to other consecutive courses, so that the complete barrier is constructed to check the movement of water from the wall, roof and floor of the building. The method that are mostly adopted for dampness prevention, that the surface, first is a surface treatment. Surface treatment includes the method of laying a water repellent layer or a water resistance substance on the surface through which dampness is likely to occur. It is most common method of damp proofing when the moisture or dampness occur superficially. Usually for the surface exposed to the rainwater, water resistant substance such as calcium, aluminum and stirates are used. In case of the pointing and the plastering of the exposed surface, waterproofing agent such as potassium silicate, sodium silicate, zinc sulphate, aluminum sulphate, barium hydroxide, magnesium sulphate are commonly used. Pressure grouting. Pressure grouting is a method of damp proofing in which pressure is applied for filling up the crack and voids in the structure by cement grout, thereby preventing the ingress of the moisture. Integral treatment. It is the process of adding certain additive to the mortar during the mixing process to make the mixture impermeable. It is accomplished of the chalk, sealer earth, talc, etc. are used as the additive for the filling of the voids by principle of mechanical action. On other hand, the compounds such as aluminum sulphate, alkaline silicates, calcium chlorides, zinc sulphate, calcium, aluminum or ammonium chlorides, iron fittings, etc. fill up the void by chemical reaction with the concrete to produce the water resistant surface. 5% soap is added to the water to be used for preparing mortar. The pores get closed. On the other hand, the compounds such as aluminum sulphate, alkaline silicate, calcium chloride, zinc sulphate, calcium, aluminum, ammonium chlorides, iron fittings fill up the voids with the chemical reaction. Gunneting is the method of damp proofing in which a layer of a rich cement is deposited on the exposed surface of wall and pipes utilizing pressure. Usually cement sand mortar of 1:3 is used for this purpose. The surface where the damp proofing is to be done, the first thoroughly cleaned and then mortar is sought on the clear surface with the cement gun. The pressure is applied at the rate of 2 kg per centimeter square to 3 kg per centimeter square. During the process, nozzle of the gun is kept at a distance of 75 to 90 centimeter from the wall. Finally, the mortar is allowed to be cured for about 10 days. The method of dam proof course installation in construction, the general principle to be observed while laying a dam proof course are: the dam proof course should cover full thickness of the wall excluding rendering. The mortar bed upon the DPC is to be laid should be made level, even free from projection. Uneven base is likely to cause the damage of the DPC. When the horizontal DPC is to be continued up to a vertical face, the cement concrete fillet 75 radius should be provided in the junction before the treatment. Now, come to the picture where the DPC has been laid. You see here, this is the walls and DPC are laid here like this way. You can easily see here, this is the orientation and DPC has been laid here. This is the points. This is the DPC laid. Then the trench filled with the gravel. You see here, this is the DPC laid here like this way, so that water may not come from any sides. This is another plan. Here the DPC has been laid like this way. It is quite clear in the drawing, like this way, so that vertical movement of the water should be protected. Another structure is here and DPC is laid here. This is the DPC that is laid here and make like this way to protect the entire surface is covered by the DPC. Means there should be no any gap, otherwise there will be a passage of water from top to bottom. This is the another dam proof course. Here is the dam proof course made here, and this is the another drawing in which the DPC is laid here. Again this is the DPC laid here. This is the another drawing in where the DPC is laid here. You can see here, this is the DPC laid here, and this is the end. Thank you very much.